Hello and welcome to Litecoin for Beginners Part 2. In the previous video we explored a brief overview of what Litecoin is and how it can be used. We also set up our computers to mine Litecoin for us using our graphics GPU. In this video we're going to look at the safest ways we can buy Litecoin and what that process entails. And this is going to pertain to people living in the United States as well as the European Union and the rest of the world. At the same time, I am also going to point out some dangerous or risky ways to buy Litecoin that you might stumble across on the internet while researching into this topic. So by pointing those out to you, hopefully you stay away from them and or can make some good decisions. So why do we want to buy Litecoin to begin with, other than the reason of just simply having it for posterity? Well, some of us may want to purchase Litecoin as an investment with the hopes of the investment increasing over time, just like you would invest in the stock market, for example. Litecoin is a widely accepted form of money, second to number one, which is Bitcoin. So possibly you would like to convert some money that can be used in almost any country without paying any bank fees. Let's say you're traveling. Let's say you can save thousands of dollars by paying someone in cryptocurrency instead of your local country's currency. Whatever the reason may be, let's take a look at how we will do this. There is more than one way to do this, and it might seem a little complicated and foreign to you at first, but hear me out and allow me to explain the things that I'm about to tell you. A quick overview: the easiest way to buy Litecoin right now is to buy Bitcoin and exchange it into Litecoin. The second easiest way to buy Litecoin is to use a third-party service like OKPay or Perfect Money to basically wire transfer money from our bank into our OKPay or Perfect Money account so that we can then funnel the money into an exchange to buy Litecoin. I'm going to assume that you do not have these accounts already, but I will get into what they are and what that process entails. So there are two methods, like I said. Let's get into method number one. Method number one: we need to buy Bitcoin so that we can exchange it into Litecoin. And it is much easier to buy Bitcoin than it is to buy Litecoin. There are three main ways to buy Bitcoin right now. We're going to use Coinbase if we live in the United States to buy Bitcoin. We're going to use Bitstamp if we live in the European Union to buy Bitcoin. We're going to use Mt. Gox if we live in any other part of the world to buy Bitcoin. I'll provide these links and all of the links that I'll be talking about in the video description, like always, so you'll find everything down there. Sign up at the exchange that's right for your country and complete their verification process. Typically, the verification process only requires you to scan and submit proof of residency and country identification. It's really not that much information. And I've already gone to their websites and compiled the basic information that they need for you to become verified so that you can send your money to them to ultimately buy Bitcoin. Coinbase requires email verification, phone verification, bank account verification. Bitstamp requires a valid government-issued ID, like a driver's license or a passport, and then they also need proof of residency, like a utility bill or a bank statement. Mt. Gox requires a valid copy of a government-issued ID, like a driver's license, and proof of residency, the exact same things that Bitstamp requires. You'll find information on how to send that stuff in, how to become verified. It's not that bad. You'll most likely need to wire transfer money from your bank to the exchange's bank, okay? And you'll find all of that information on each of those websites. And don't let a bank wire transfer scare you. It's easy. Coinbase allows you to withdraw money directly from your bank account through their website, but Bitstamp and Mt. Gox requires you to wire transfer money and wait a day or two. You will find their bank wire transfer information on their website. Go to their website, go to your bank, and transfer the money from your bank to their bank. Follow their instructions. Make copies of your receipt. For all exchanges, it takes a few days for the money to reach your account. So if I were to bank wire transfer money to my Bitstamp account, it's going to take about 2 to 6 days. Mt. Gox, the same, 2 to 6 days or so. but they have all that information on their website. This is the stage that I'm currently at with Coinbase. Basically, I've already done the verification process with Coinbase. I have an open channel that currency can be flowing through. So once you get to that stage, which, you know, you need to be a little patient, but you'll get there, we can buy Bitcoin with the money in our exchange account. This process may take a few days as well to actually receive the Bitcoin. Once the Bitcoin arrives, once we get the Bitcoin, we're going to transfer it into a Litecoin exchange. And for Litecoin, we're going to use the btc-e.com exchange. They are the most trusted Litecoin exchange at the moment. There's the most information on the internet about them. There are way more people that have used them successfully and have shared that experience with us and the community. So that's why I have chosen to go with btc-e.com. After we transfer the Bitcoin to our wallet in BTC-e, we can then purchase the Litecoin. I'm going to do that right now to show you how this process works. So here is Bitcoin Wisdom. We can just quickly see what the price of Litecoin is. It's $22.24. And here is my BTC-e account. This is the Litecoin exchange that we'll be using. And so I'm going to transfer money from my Bitcoin exchange, Coinbase, to BTC-e. So you'll need to create accounts at your Bitcoin exchange and then, of course, at your Litecoin exchange, which is btce.com. The very first thing that we need to do is click on Finances, top right-hand corner, and that'll kind of kick us into this window where we can see all of the different currencies we can transfer into our BTC-e account. And we can transfer Bitcoin directly into our BTC-e account. That's what I'm going to do. Now, we could also transfer euros, Russian rubles, and US dollars. These are all cryptocurrencies. But we can transfer these fiat currencies into our BTC-e account. Let's just say we wanted to transfer euros instead of Bitcoin, like I'm going to show you. We click on Deposit, and they give us a payment method. And the payment methods are OKPay, Perfect Money, and these two, and SEPA, which you could try as well. OKPay is definitely going to be, I think, the best alternative to get euros, Russian rubles, or US dollars into your BTC-e account. But the process is going to be essentially the same as if you were to sign up for a Bitcoin exchange like Coinbase, Bitstamp, Mt. Gox. The process is going to be essentially the same to create an OKPay account, because you'll need to sign up with OKPay, you'll need to verify yourself in some regard, and you'll need to then bank wire transfer money to OKPay. I'd rather bank wire transfer money to a Bitcoin exchange. That way I can buy Bitcoin and I can buy Litecoin, and I could also, if I wanted to, transfer those currencies to my OKPay account. So it just seems like there's more value in creating an account with a Bitcoin exchange than there is with an OKPay service. But to get past all that, if you wanted to, you could just go through OKPay and then get the money from OKPay into your BTC-e account. So I'm doing Bitcoin. We're going to click on Deposit. It's going to generate an address for me to deposit the Bitcoin. I'll just simply copy that. I'll head over to my Bitcoin exchange, which is Coinbase for me, and I'll click on Send Request. I will send money. I'll just paste that address, or I'm sorry, I need to buy the Bitcoin first. I will buy the Bitcoin. And let's go ahead and buy 5 Litecoins. Litecoin is currently at 22.2. 5 Litecoins is $120 or so. So let's just type in $120 worth of Bitcoin that we're going to buy, which is probably 0.13 or 426, maybe 146. There we go. Close enough. So let's buy $120 worth of Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. Okay. I have a 50 Bitcoin daily limit, but that's irrelevant. We're only buying 0.146 Bitcoins, which is worth $120 because we're going to be buying roughly 5 Litecoins. So I bought the Bitcoin, so I instantly have that Bitcoin. So I can now send that Bitcoin, send money. Okay, I'm going to paste my btc-e address that I just got. Then I'm going to deposit the amount of Bitcoin that I just bought, which was 0.146. 5. I'm sure there was a fee. Message. I'm just going to put in a little message to myself. Transfer to btc-e. I'll throw the date in there, even though it's all logged anyways. And I'll just send the money to btc-e. Send money. Verification code required. Please enter two-factor token from your phone. It's going to email me, or I'm sorry, text me. Okay, I got the phone call. It gave me an automated message with the code. I've punched the code in. This is for my two-factor token, and I'm going to send that money to btc-e. It just sent. Status is pending. Let's head over to btc-e. And here is my btc-e balance, which is 0. It says that there's no fee to send btc-e to btce.com. Excuse me. Minimal amount is about 20 cents. After 3 confirmations, it should arrive in my account here. 3 confirmations. I mean, they say it could take from 1 hour to 3 days. Okay, so the money has finally arrived in my btc-e account. It took approximately 1 hour and 36 minutes to transfer. I just did a little timer so that we would know exactly how long it took. And you can see now that I have 0.45 Bitcoin in my btc-e account. We'll go back to the main page. Make sure we have LTC BTC clicked on, and we're going to put in 5 Litecoins. 0.14, buy Litecoin. Create a buy order for this price, total 1.36 Bitcoin. Thank you. Close. I have 0.0087 Bitcoin left, and I have to wait until that Litecoin comes through. I'll click on finances. Oh, I'm sorry, I have the Litecoin right now. So I have the Litecoin immediately. Let's go ahead and withdraw the Litecoin to a Litecoin wallet. Let's just pretend I don't want to keep it on btc-e. Let's withdraw it. I need an address. I can just pull up my Litecoin wallet, click on receive. I'll create a new address for this transaction. btc-e. Okay. Copy that address, minimize, paste, and the amount to withdraw, I'm going to withdraw all of it, $4.99. 4.99. You'll receive 4.98, and I can just withdraw. Sorry, new users should wait 3 days after registration to process a withdrawal. So there's a limitation. I have to wait 3 days. It's been 1 day, so big deal. I have to wait 2 more days. I'll wait 2 more days, and I will transfer that money to my Litecoin wallet. So that's method 1. That is definitely the easiest way that I have found to buy Litecoin, and I couldn't find an easier way to do it than that. The second method I want to show you is essentially the same thing. So method number 2. Basically, if I could just summarize what we would be doing in this second method, instead of wire transferring the money to the Bitcoin exchange, we'd be wire transferring the money to OKPay, which is a third-party payment system. So we would wire transfer the money to OKPay, which would then be wire transferred to btc-e to purchase the Litecoin, and we would do that by transferring money from our OKPay account, which would be in our local currency of US dollars, euros, or Russian rubles. So you're limited. You're limited to these currencies if you're using this method number 2, using OKPay, which is right here. Here is OKPay's website. You would need to create an account here at OKPay. So that's it. I mean, those are the two safest methods right now to buy Litecoin. I'm sure you're saying to yourself, well, that's way too much work, but it's really not that bad. And once everything is set up, you're good to go, and you only have to do it once. And you have that open channel to have those currencies be flowing. So I want to address now some risky alternatives or not as safe methods to purchase Litecoin. And the first risky method that I'm going to show you is eBay. You can go to eBay, believe it or not, and you can type in Litecoin. People are selling Litecoin on eBay for extremely high prices for one Litecoin, $56, whereas a Litecoin I just bought 5 of them for $22. This guy's selling 0.2, this guy is selling 1, I don't even know what that is. A lot of weird things on here. Half a Litecoin for almost the price of 1. So, you know, there's a markup on eBay, and, you know, you don't know who you're dealing with. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about whether this works and people running into problems, things not going according to plan. So there's going to be that just added risk here. But I will say that because this is eBay, which is also PayPal, PayPal protects the buyer much more than the seller. I think everybody kind of knows that. So it's really risky to sell Litecoin on eBay, let alone buying it on eBay. So, you know, just want to point it out, eBay, Litecoin, try it if you want to take that risk. If you do, leave a comment, let us know how it all works out. Risky method number 2 is using a website that claims you can buy Litecoin with PayPal or a credit card. Don't fall for it. PayPal does not deal directly or indirectly with cryptocurrencies or exchanges or any website that deals with these types of virtual assets and currencies. So I'm going to show you an example very quickly. Crypto trade, you know, we accept OKPay. I just showed you that. Perfect Money, PayPal. Let's kind of investigate further. Not really. You can't use PayPal to deposit. No. PayPal. Euros. PayPal. No. It's a little misleading. But that's crypto trade, and that's why it's risky method number 2, using a website that is that claims you can use PayPal and is just simply a smaller exchange, which is just risky method number 3, a smaller exchange. Now, I just want to show you Lightree. It's kind of a smaller exchange. It's new. It's up and coming. I don't know much about it. I haven't been able to find much information about it. They do have a following that we could kind of investigate and check out. Not many followers. We're looking at 1,000 followers, 3,000 Facebook likes. You know, so not very big. I just personally haven't heard much about it. If you know anything about it, feel free to comment. Let us know how it is. Another smaller exchange that I've heard good things about is mcxnow.com. But right now they have disabled new signups. Why? Let's click on here. Well, it looks like this entire exchange was built 100% by one person. So, you know, if things were to go wrong, not sure how long it's going to take for them to correct them. But you need to give them some credit for closing signups, because think of the flip side. They could be saying, yeah, this exchange is built by one person, and that one person will have to deal with any problems that people have. But we're going to accept signups and just let people sign up and wait for problems to happen. So you got to give them some credit for not being greedy and closing signups, because they've seen a huge growth in recent months. So that's kind of, you need to give them credit for that. Another exchange that I found is Crypto Trade. I just showed you this one. And then last but not least is Harborly. Looks great, looks clean, looks like it's available for US and for the European Union. However, it's not live. They are accepting signups for their private beta. I've already signed up. I'm excited to see how this website Harborly turns out. Since we're on the topic of exchanges, I wanted to point out this resource that I found, which is great. It's litecoin.info. It's kind of like a wiki for Litecoin services, and we can look at all of the exchanges if we wanted to. Where are they? Market exchanges. And so here is a list of all of the known exchanges on this wiki, and you can see there are a lot. But you know what I'm saying is I don't recommend just blindly picking one of these and wire transferring them money or Bitcoin or anything. But like I said, I'm going with btc-e. So that's the exchange we'll be using, or that we did use. Risky method number 4 is just simply trading with somebody you don't know or that you just met on the internet. It's always best to trade with somebody you know or at least has a credible reputation, like within an online community that you can verify or cross-check or has a trade history. But the point is, trade with somebody you know, somebody you can trust. So that wraps up part 2 of the Litecoin for Beginners video series. Whoops, I almost forgot. Let's get into the free Litecoin giveaway contest. Here's how to play. Step 1. Like the Litecoin for Beginners Facebook fan page. Link is found in the video description. If you're interested in Bitcoin, like my Bitcoin for Beginners fan page. That would be awesome. Step 2. Tell us a joke in the comments section below. The 3 jokes with the most likes will receive $10 in Litecoin. I will send you the Litecoin to any address you specify in 2 weeks when the contest ends. The contest will end on February 8th, 2014. So this is a way for you to get some Litecoin, and this should be a lot of fun. I'm expecting some good jokes. I have no idea what's going to happen. I hope somebody comments and writes a joke. I hope people like other people's jokes. And as I say in all my videos, you know, please rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any video suggestions for me, leave those comments in the video, or I'm sorry, leave those comments in the comments section below. Thanks again. Looking forward to some laughs, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.